But why haven't we built bases on the moon yet? Hello, my name is Levi Larson, and I want to talk about something that's been on my mind recently. So, a couple days ago, it was the 57th anniversary of mankind landing on the moon. 57 years ago, the first man landed on the moon, Neil Armstrong, in 1969. And there have been a total of 12 men who have walked on the moon, the last man being Eugene Cernan in 1972. And then there's nothing. I'd say, can you imagine if we just continued to make advances on the moon? Where would we be? The total estimated cost of the Iraq and Afghanistan wars to the US is around $8 trillion, if you include all the costs. $8 trillion. The total lifetime budget of NASA, since it was founded in 1958, is $1.9 trillion, adjusted for inflation. We could have funded NASA for 280 years with $8 trillion. The total cost of the Apollo program itself was only $309 billion, adjusted for inflation. We could have had 25 to 30 Apollo programs. Not just landing on the moon once, not just Apollo 11, Apollo programs. Instead of the wars in the Middle East. Why do I bring this all up? Because I think that we're having our future stolen from us by politicians making short-term decisions. Imagine how much more advanced our society would be if we had gone all in on advancing space exploration. Not only in space travel, but the technologies that would come from pursuing that. Advances in material science, energy, medicine, robotics, food science, and much more. Because you're not just funding rocket ships that go into space, you're funding entire industries. Think of the jobs that would have been created. We could have had an FDR-like New Deal, but for space and science. But what did we spend that money on? And according to some economists, for every dollar put into NASA, the economy receives about $7 to $8 back in return, through technological advancements and job creation, all that. And so NASA, they're making efforts to go back to the moon, but they need more resources. Look at all the accomplishments that we've made since the Apollo programs ended. The Hubble telescope, Mars rovers, Voyager 1 and 2, the International Space Station, and many more things. But why haven't we built bases on the moon yet? Because we chose not to. That's why. The technology would have been possible. But politicians wasted our money. And I'm not trying to do a bit here, where I talk about government waste and rah, politicians are so bad. That's easy to say. And what do I know? But it looks to me, that's what it is. I think that there is a contrast of what society is today and what it could have been, what it could be right now. It's not hyperbole. We are living in a less advanced country than we could be living in right now. And this applies to more than just having moon bases. But going to the moon, it was seen by many as America's greatest accomplishment and probably mankind's greatest accomplishment as well. So this is what I believe. I believe that we need NASA. We need space exploration. Not only because it will usher in new technologies, provide jobs, or any other economic benefits, but because it gives us a national purpose. Something people can unite around. Something we can have national pride in. We need a future to look forward to. Going to the moon again, going to Mars, will not only make us proud to be Americans, it will make us proud to be humans. But we're not where we should be. The same country that once touched the moon can't even build a high-speed rail. But look at what China is doing. At this rate, they might beat us to Mars. Meanwhile, the brightest technical minds in our country are busy developing algorithms to make social media apps more addictive. There's so much waste everywhere. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg spent 83 billion on the fucking metaverse, which is basically a VR lobby. 83 billion. Here, I'll give you some more. Americans spend 100 billion a year on lottery tickets. That's 4 times what NASA receives in a year. I believe after knowing all this, there's only one conclusion to draw, and that is increase NASA's budget. We need to increase NASA's budget. I'd say we need to 10x it, but of course I'm a little extreme on this topic. I say if it's at 0.3, it needs to be at 3%. 25 billion, 250 billion. 3% of our overall spending is nothing compared to the benefits we would get. And for those that say NASA, it's not what it used to be, well then, I support getting new leadership in or doing whatever we need to do to make it even better. So the point of this video, I think it's a public service announcement. We need to be doing so much more than we are right now. I think we gotta fix this. Now that's why we don't have bases on the moon yet. We are doing a lot, yeah. But we really could be doing so much more. All right, thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.